Let me begin with a question. What happens when denial becomes policy and sanctuary becomes strategy? For years, Pakistan has been warning the world about a problem festering just across its western border. A problem not of geography, but of governance. And now, in February 2026, that proof has arrived. The latest report by the UNSC's Analytical Support and Sanctions Monitoring Team confirms what Pakistan has long argued. The banned Fitna al-Khawarij, or FAK, continues to operate from Afghan soil, not quietly, not secretly, but with growing freedom. This is no longer a matter of rhetoric, it is now a matter of record. For years, Kabul's de facto authorities insisted that no terrorist groups operate from their territory. The narrative was simple: Afghanistan is secure, no safe havens, no cross-border threats. But the United Nations assessment rejects that claim. It describes Afghanistan today as a permissive environment, a space where groups like the FAK are not merely surviving but expanding. And expansion is the key word. FAK is now estimated to have around 6,000 fighters. They are not scattered randomly, they are concentrated across eastern and southeastern provinces such as Kunar, Nangarhar, Khost, Paktika and Paktia. These are not symbolic presences, they are operational strongholds, training camps, logistics hubs, cross-border infiltration routes. Sanctuary has evolved into infrastructure. Now consider this. Last year alone, FAK carried out more than 3,500 terrorist attacks. Over 2,100 of those occurred in just the second half of the year. Numbers tell stories that speeches cannot. That frequency does not reflect desperation, it reflects capability. It reflects planning, coordination, freedom of movement, and perhaps most alarmingly, confidence. On November 11th, that confidence unfortunately reached Pakistan's capital. A courthouse attack in Islamabad, carried out by an FAK splinter faction, marked the first major assault in the capital in years. This was not just another attack, it was a signal that the group's reach is widening, a signal that its operational boldness is growing, a signal that sanctuary is translating into audacity. But here is where the story becomes even more complex. The FAK does not operate alone. The UNSC report outlines what can only be described as terrorist symbiosis. Al-Qaeda continues to function as a service provider, offering training, expertise, and strategic guidance. Some UN member states have warned that deeper cooperation between FAK and transnational jihadist networks could extend ambitions beyond Pakistan, Central Asia, South Asia, possibly further. Terrorism, once localized, rarely stays local when infrastructure, ideology, and weaponry converge. And then there is the weapons factor. Following the withdrawal of the United States-led coalition in 2021, vast stockpiles of advanced military equipment were left behind. Many of those weapons did not disappear. They circulated. Groups like the FAK gained access to sophisticated arms, enhancing their firepower and tactical reach. When sanctuary meets advanced weaponry, the equation changes. The threat becomes way more lethal, more organized, and more exportable. Pakistan's concerns were once dismissed as political grievances. Today, they stand validated by the world's leading multilateral security body. But validation alone does not neutralize threats. The real question is, can the international community afford to treat sanctuary as a domestic issue when its consequences are transnational? History teaches us a clear lesson. Ungoverned spaces become laboratories. Permissive environments become launchpads. Denial becomes complicity, and threats that begin at borders do not respect them. Now, this is not simply about Pakistan. It is about regional stability. It is about the credibility of counter-terrorism commitments. It is about whether sanctuary will once again be allowed to incubate a crisis that the world will later scramble to contain. Because when sanctuary becomes normal, consequences become inevitable. And the cost, as history has shown us before, is rarely confined to one nation. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.